Hey, welcome to Butcher Bay Rejects. I'm Mark.
I'm Greg. What's up, nerds?
How you doing, bud? How you doing?
98, episode 98. Welcome to episode 98, everyone.
Almost
Your
here for the Hot
home,
100.
your home of everything Butcher Bay. So, yeah, we got a little Willow. Of course, they dropped the first two episodes on us.
Yeah.
There'll be eight episodes in total. Survivor 11's coming to a close soon. The finale will be on December 14. It'll be a
Right.
3-hour finale. And we'll cover the last two episodes of Wednesday because I finished it.
Okay, cool.
And Titans episodes 5 and 6 because we skipped last week.
And of course,
All
we
right.
just lived the Fortnite event.
Yeah, we'll talk a bit about that non-event at the end. Willow, yeah. So of course everyone saw the movie. It's George Lucas movie. Ron Howard directed it, and I gotta say it didn't suck like I thought it would. It turned out that Val Kilmer actually was in talks to be in it, wanted to be in it. They wanted him in it, but this whole COVID thing and his condition. So they had to write him out kind of last minute. So, they're hoping to get a season 2. And if they do, then Mad Mardigan will be back. But
Cool.
What'd you think of the actor that they got to play his son? I mean, come to think of it, that was a pretty good casting. No, I mean, that guy, he looked like him. Not only that, he kind of dressed like
Oh, yeah.
Val Kilmer did as Jim Morrison in The Doors. No,
Oh, yeah, for sure.
The open shirt. I don't know which movie I was watching, but I thought he was a good pick. No.
No, everything was spot on for this. I love that their kids, like one's the warrior, like Sorsha was when she was growing up, and then you had the
Kit. You mean Kit, the daughter?
yeah.
Kit.
Yeah, exactly. And then you have their son, who is just a spitting acting image of Mad Mardigan. So
Yeah, and as a thing for the ladies and the Muffin Girl. Speaking of Muffin Girl, I was like, oh no, am I gonna have this is gonna be we're never gonna get to see a Laura Dannon, or it's gonna be like maybe a glimpse at the end of the first season. Hope I'm like, oh Jesus, here we go. Dying to see the kid that
right.
But this kid would be 34 years old, but I think I heard that this was only 20 years after the movie, right? I mean, because obviously,
yeah. Well, it's not as.
Okay. They did say that, right? I wasn't.
Yeah, I
dreaming
think
or
so.
anything. Okay,
I think so.
Because that girl, that baby would be 34 years old. So I think it's just 20 years after the event of the movie Willow. But they do show us Laura Dannon hiding in plain sight.
Actually, I guessed it was her.
As the Muffin Girl.
I cook and I do it very well.
Yeah. When she tells
I'm
him
phenomenal.
she burned the muffins, he's like, oh no.
Oh, you burnt the muffins.
Still there?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I really liked what they were doing with it. I liked how they were going with it. I liked how Willow kind of settled into his role in the Nelwyn society, I guess you could call it.
Yeah.
And also taking a lot of I guess you could say cues from his mentor.
Yes.
Yes. Just give him a little show, but really, it's only this, So I think they did a really, really good job of it, and they're doing a really good job of Willow, kind of like what he was in the movie, kind of very overreactive a little bit, right? And because of his overreaction, or his just being impatient about it, is causing more problems than allowing him to just relax and fall into it. Because you could see him trying to push a Laura Dannon, and she's just kind of like, it's just frustrating her more that she can't do it. And he's getting frustrated, like, you have to do it. You're the savior. You, like, talk about pressure,
Yeah, she's been cooking muffins her whole life, and now he's throwing her into the deep end.
You saved the world, so you got to get this right. Oh, whoa, fuck.
What did you think of? So it turns out Mad Mardigan took a squire, the thief and brawler named Borman.
Yep.
So that was interesting. I would have loved to have seen that movie.
Well, you know what? I mean, there's going to be a lot of fill in the blanks, I think, with this series, just because you have to explain away some stuff and you have to solidify others, right? So, him being the squire and him being the I guess we needed a rogue, so to speak, right? And
yeah, if you can't have Mad Mardigan, then you got to have someone like him, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. And when he picks up that cleaver, holy shit.
Yeah.
So that's always fun to see and always good to see. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they come up with next. I mean, I've seen a few things in some of the trailers that we haven't seen yet, and I'm like, okay, this is yeah. It's gonna Go ahead.
Sorry, I get back to Laura Dan in a sec. There were 3 babies that played her, and they actually found one, and she appears in the opening scene. She's in like a background extra carrying a basket of bread.
But that's
they actually,
cool.
Threw her in. They tracked her down in London.
Nice. Well, the girl that plays Willow's daughter is actually Warwick Davis's daughter.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah,
so,
exactly.
That's always fun. But I mean, like I said, I'm looking forward to seeing Willow in a magic fight.
Yeah.
I
found it odd for the flashback scenes. They put him in a goatee, because facial hair adds years to your
well,
face.
You know what? I mean,
right?
I think they wanted it to have look like it's been some time. I think they wanted it to it's been 10 years, and I think they wanted to mature him a little bit, right?
But when they show the flashbacks to the old movie, God, he looked like a teenager, for God's sake.
He was a teenager. He was 17 when they did Willow.
Yeah.
Warwick Davis was 17 when he did Willow.
Yeah, even younger when he did Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, he was 11 years old.
Mm-hmm.
So, they had to kind of show him a little bit more mature. So, yeah, little suspension of disbelief, but hey, you gotta roll with it, right? Especially when they're trying to do something that's 35 years later.
Yeah,
you gotta take some things for granted. So, no, I like what they did. I like so far. I like the action. I like the fact that they, the fighting looks spot on.
Yeah, we got Flash Thompson. We got the holy crossover, MCU, right into Willow.
Yeah.
Tony Revolori.
Yeah.
And of course, we got our girl Enfys Nest from Solo.
Well, she was also Falcon Winter Soldier.
Right. Yeah,
I think she was better in Falcon Winter Soldier than she was in Solo.
Yeah, she only came out really at the end of Solo anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, let's get into some Survivor. So, not much happened, but how about that challenge? That challenge, which is the first time 2 people had won.
Yeah.
That challenge is basically
3 hours.
Yeah, that's the same as getting waterboarded. They refrain from using that term, but that's what it feels like. Okay, with that tide keep washing over you and you're down for a long time. What I find interesting is not to be too stereotypical, but I did spend a year in Asia. When Cody picks who he thinks is going to win, he picks Owen, the Asian guy. And stupid me, automatically I thought, because there's a stereotype that Asians are not good swimmers, right? Okay. However, this wasn't a swim challenge.
It wasn't a swim challenge.
I thought, what's he doing? But sure enough, he knew something about him. He's got a no quit in him or something. And sure enough, turns out that he was right.
Well, I mean, Owen has shown a lot of tenacity, so it's interesting, and I find it funny. Like, now, I mean, you've spent more time in the ocean than I have, okay?
Yeah.
But I mean, I've done my fair share of swimming. I was on the swim team. I was like, I can hold my breath for a long time. What makes it different? Trying to. Okay, this wave is coming over me. So, all right, you hold your breath and you just kind of go with it. if you're used to being in the water and being in the thing, okay.
Well, yeah, it's the bit of claustrophobia aspect too, because of that cage. I think it plays.
Well, they're not
on
necessarily in a cage. It's
some,
they're
I know.
wide open in that instance. They just need to.
No, it plays on their minds.
Yeah,
I think it's a mental thing too. And then another thing is, like when you like I scuba dive, and like you, I can hold my breath a long time, but whenever we have to practice the exchange in water of the regulator exchange while you're swimming, so you and your buddy start swimming off, and you start exchanging him breath. But take away my air, and suddenly I'm in panic mode and trying to fight it. I know I could hold my breath for good 45 seconds, let's just say, But the minute you take my air, suddenly I'm panicking when I have no reason to. So I think it was more of a mind fuck, this challenge, than anything.
It's a mental thing, yeah.
Yeah. And
because you see Cody going, I live in Hawaii. I'm in the ocean all the time. I'm like, then you should have no problem just knowing one.
Oh. Yeah,
feeling the tides coming in, right? Yeah. You can feel it getting higher, so you take a deep breath as it's coming in, put yourself underwater, let it go, and then you feel it go out, you come back up.
Yeah, I had him because he kept saying how he's in the water. Yeah, I had him pegged to win this. Not the academic advisor who works, admissions officer who works in the university. So yeah, man, his buddies must be still ragging him right now.
Oh yeah, no kidding. I mean, he was also playing it safe because he had the extra thing. But even still, though, there was no guarantee that Owen was going to win. So I don't know. Like I said, it seems like it's a grueling challenge. One, because now you're getting it's cold. The water is cold.
Well, yeah, exactly. And the fact that it went for 3 hours, now you have this. It's cold and you're miserable, and this guy next to you is not giving up. Well, neither am I. So yeah, now and the only reason it stopped was because they actually beat the ocean. The tide started going out.
Exactly,
which they didn't account for.
Yeah, they beat the ocean.
Yeah, basically. And even Jeff said at the beginning, this is old school Survivor, back when we inflicted a little more pain, I mean.
And did you see the grin on his face when he said that?
Yeah. Yeah.
We inflicted a little bit more pain, and you can almost see the Joker going, oh, this is going to be fun.
Yeah. But then at the beginning of the episode, we see your boy Sammy, a bit of a scramble. He tells a lie, tells him it was Gabler that did, and then he's like, oh, wait a minute. Okay, I better not say that because Gabler's going to kill me. Wait, come back. It was me. So yeah, then I think
he fucked himself right from the beginning.
Yeah, his goose was cooked.
His only salvation would have been to win that challenge. But I don't think he had the mental discipline.
Yeah.
Carla was just stubborn as all shit, and Owen was just like you saw him, when they got back from tribal, and you see him sitting by himself out on the beach, just that curmudgeon as he calls himself. Mm-hmm. I've been on the wrong end of everything, and it was like, fuck this, I'm doing this, Yeah. So I think in that sense, no, I'm not losing. He had that in his head, and paid off.
Yep, big time.
No, but now we're getting down to cutthroat. Now we're getting down to.
You can see by there's always a little scene they show of last week. So like for a little bit of a trailer, now they're all trying to cut each other's throat next week.
Because you saw Carla going after Cassidy. BFFs. It's like, you know what?
Why was she angry? She lost that challenge.
Uh-huh. But I mean,
she went quite a while too. But to go all that way, all that time, and to come up empty-handed.
Yeah. No, I think in reality, right now, the only thing you should be thinking about is who can you win against, right? Yeah. Who did you outplay? That when they're sitting next to you, the jury looks at you and goes, no, you did the work. You got that done.
Yeah. There's 6 players left, 2 strong duos. one man pretty low down and one Gabler. Okay, so I don't know.
Well, you know what? I think Gabler right now is the strongest player.
He might be the swing vote too.
Yeah, I think Gabler has defied all odds.
Yeah, for a lot of people that don't like him, he's still there, right?
Yeah, exactly, right. And when he needed to, he went in, like, he held on one of the toughest challenges, and he just kind of muscled through. So I mean, I'm thinking Gabler has something,
Well, because he's not so liked, that's someone you do want to take to final three. I hate when they do final three, as you know. I prefer final two, but whatever. So he's probably guaranteed.
Oh yeah.
Third spot.
Well, with Sammy gone, him and Owen are kind of together. You got Jesse and Cody. You got Cassidy and Carla. So now it's all a matter of who teams up with who to break up which duo in order to maneuver better. You know what I mean? So let the backstabbing begin, because we know there's going to be something.
Yeah. Only two episodes left.
Look at it this way. It's always after Immunity when all the scheming starts.
That's right.
You should say, they should make T-shirts that says, "No vote is final until after the immunity challenge."
Yeah.
Because, I mean, they started off with Cassidy. Carla was throwing Cassidy under the bus, and then, oh, no, let's go after Sammy. Okay. Yeah, but he starts the fire. Fuck, dude, rub two fucking sticks together, you lazy fuck. Anyway.
All right.
I digress.
Let's move on to some Wednesday. So it came out that Wednesday broke a massive record for most hours viewed in a week for an English language series on Netflix with 341.2 million hours. It was number one in 83 countries. They haven't announced a second season yet, but it's a pretty foregone conclusion with that record that there's going to be more. So, Netflix doesn't need a hammer on the head to say, hey, people like this. And of course, the way they set up the ending there, right? Like, I only had the last two episodes to watch, but the writers already know basically where they're going to go with the way they ended the last episode. So
it's definitely it's like I said, you got the Addams Family with a sprinkle of Harry Potter and a touch of Sleepy Hollow.
Yeah. And I like the episode with Uncle Fester, played by Fred Armisen, because that's the first episode you actually see her smile, and then you see her sad. So because up until then she's been expressionless, emotionless. So,
and he was cool. A great Fester.
Yeah. I could see that.
I think I loved every aspect of this show. Just the. And the fact that Fester is wanted.
Yeah.
It steals a zebra motorcycle. What? Yeah. It was around.
Yeah. Wants to eat the bees. Okay. Don't eat the bees.
Okay. Him and Thing. If you hadn't done if you hadn't gone sideways in Antigua.
That bank job.
Okay. That bank job, yeah. They're giving them the finger.
They did in New York to promote the show. I don't know if you saw the video. They actually had an animatronic remote-controlled hand that they was going around New York City.
Oh, really?
People are at the park bench or the bus, waiting for the bus. That thing looked just like the show, just like the one in the show.
Oh, right.
So now I'm wondering how much of that was a remote-controlled thing, or I mean, I know they hired a magician to be the actual hand.
Yeah.
Obviously, because he works with his hands, but actually, now that I saw that video, you could.
I'm wondering for Christmas if there's going to be an animatronic hand that you can.
Okay.
Remote RC, moves forward, sideways.
Yeah.
Hey, if they got animatronic dogs that you can buy at Toys R Us, I'm sure they can make a hand work.
And in the military, okay.
Yeah. So I mean, no, I think. So did you see our? Did you know who was going to be the Hyde?
Well, no, and no, interesting because if you look at it, if you look at the hide and you look at the, I can remember his name, the artist, they had the same bug eyes. So,
Mm.
I think
I
that was
think
just
that
to
was a
throw us
misdirect.
off. Yeah, to throw us off, which it did. But I nailed who the missing daughter was because
Oh, that
the
I
girl,
knew that from episode
yeah,
one.
the blonde in the painting was just too obvious that okay, she grew up taller and still stayed blonde. No, so but no, the hide, no, it was between the two of them, so the two dudes, but I did like the what was the name of the guy that comes to life there, the pilgrim. I thought that makeup and everything was very well done. The pilgrim guy,
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
remember his name, but I thought that was a pretty good effect.
No, I thought like I said, I thought the entire story was well thought out, well played out. You know, and the big showdown between Wednesday and that guy just rocked.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, it was very good, very good.
Yep, for sure. Definitely looking forward to season 2.
Yep, should be announced any day now. Okay.
Oh, I figure it will be.
All right, want to get some Titans?
Titans.
So yeah, so Inside Man, episode 5. All I remember about that episode is still unsettling. Is that Gar
Gar
somehow
Logan, my life is a virus.
changed him, transformed himself into a virus to insert himself into
Superboy.
Superboy, and yeah, I don't know, still don't know how I feel about that.
You got to admit that was clever.
Yeah, but it's
That
not
was
something
extremely clever.
we're accustomed to seeing in a Titans episode, so it's kind of way out
It's
there.
a superhero show. Anything is possible.
No, I know, because I was like, Dick, like, you're gonna do what in the what? Okay.
Hey, just go back to the boys. Opening episode.
No, don't take me back there where. So I thought
Okay.
I was going. I thought I was going in the butt, but I was going in the front. Okay, so no, I don't want to go back.
That was much more disturbing than Gar Logan turning himself into a virus.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
This is kind of tame. This is actually kind of clever, intelligent infiltration.
Infiltration. Yeah. When Ant-Man should have done a Thanos. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, but Thanos might have been too strong for Ant-Man, and when he grew up, he would have gotten crushed inside of his intestines.
Yeah.
Made him constipated for a week, but
Yeah. Be able to shit right for a week. Okay. I'm gonna need the 3-ply in here.
but
Woo. But that's all. Yeah, I mean, you'll have to refresh my memory more, but that's all I remember. The standout for me was that.
Well, I mean, it was just keeping Sebastian safe, and then
until he wasn't. Yeah.
Until he wasn't, and then he gets grabbed, right? So,
yeah, mommy to the rescue.
Yeah. And then we get into the finale, where we see White Raven.
Yeah, that was pretty cool, huh?
Yeah. Wasn't expecting that to happen, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah, I would have thought that happened in the last 6 episodes, the last half.
Yeah. But Gar being told to be in tune with his animal side. His animal side can sense this stuff, so it's like...
Yeah. But no, I thought it was pretty. That Brother Blood, the name of the episode was pretty good. But I do like how we got a little Superboy transformation to the Lex Luthor. Wasn't expecting that. Was he shaving his head with a laser in a mirror or something at the beginning? And
yeah, basically he broke the mirror
on Baldo. Do you think he wore a skull cap or he actually shaved his head that after?
I'm thinking he shaved his head.
Okay.
But shaved it to
I
stubble.
I kind of liked him that way, though. I mean, he was being a dick to Dick, so you really want me to call you Dick? Yes. I prefer that because Lex Luthor called me Richard, then sent some ninjas to try and kill me.
No, if he was trying
really
to kill
wanted
you,
to kill you.
Yeah, he would have blown up the building.
Yeah, what I would have done.
Well, you know what? I think it's it makes me wonder, like, what is this effect of Gar removing whatever is inside of him? If it's,
Yeah.
if he's just rebelling, this is like, because Superboy, considering he was grown to that age, like within weeks, so this is sort of like his version of puberty and rebelling and acting out. Call me Mr. Luther. Okay, well, that's not.
So is she really dead, Jinx? I mean,
I don't know. You know what? In reality, like, she might be able to pull one off, pull one over on Mother Mayhem and all that. But
so either it is, or the showrunner is lying, because he's I read an article and he's saying, oh, we loved her, she was a breath of fresh air, and we loved working with her. So either he's misdirecting, or that really did happen. So I don't know.
Well, magic user taking out a magic user is much more. If it was just someone threw a knife at her, or shot her or whatever, then I would say, oh, she might have pulled some shit. But this is someone using magic on a magic user. She may have been able to deflect, but
well, at the same time, he did say, the showrunner, he goes, we're loose with death. I think it's a transitory state. It's a state that you're in for a while, then you come back and we continue on. So he did say we would love to have her back on. So
and how much did you like Gar coming in as a gorilla?
Yeah, it was awesome. He was just manhandling back slapping people with his big paw.
Well, that's just it. That was Gar from the cartoon and the show. If you watch Young Justice or read the books, he comes in when you want to go heavy. Yeah, Gar comes in as a gorilla and just like.
Yeah, the next thing I know, I see a gorilla transformer in the trailer. So there was a lot of gorillas this past week. That's for sure.
We're gonna get to that.
Yeah, I know we are. I already have it down.
But but he's either that or he's a rhino where he'll come in and just charge through everything, right? So
yeah,
it's good to see. Last season it was all tiger, right? So now it's kind of like, okay, they're playing around a little bit with him. So this ought to be interesting. Yeah. Considering how much they can do now with animation. Yeah.
And then no word yet when we're getting the next half. So this is it for a bit.
Yeah.
Get it back in the new year. Just don't know when.
We just hold on. Hold on.
Yeah. Before we get to the trailer for the Transformers, did you catch the 90 show trailer? That 90 show's coming back on January 19th. So
I saw it, and I was just kind of like,
Well, they're not. Yeah, they're in the same house, right? So Kitty and Red so they go to the basement
with the grandkids.
But yeah, exactly. But they will all make an appearance, like Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis, but Red and Kitty there are the main. But yeah, I mean, it's coming on Netflix and on January 19th, whatever. Give it a watch or one or two.
See, I was never a fan of that 70s show.
Okay. Oh, I was. No, for a Fox show, it was pretty funny.
I hated it. I don't I don't like the 70s. I really don't like the 70s. Never did.
We got Top Gun Maverick returning to cinemas for December 2nd for some reason. We got the release date of Mando season 3. That will be on March 1st, 2023. You probably saw the indie trailer. Yikes. Yep. No wonder they were keeping that or trying to keep that title a secret. It should have stayed a secret. Dial of Destiny. Anywho, that's coming out June 30th.
June's going to be a good month.
It was nice.
June's going to be a good month.
It was nice to see Sala and Indy share the screen again, because they haven't done that in 40 years. Yeah, so
I saw that.
I'll reserve my judgment. But the de-aged Harrison in the Nazi uniform wasn't so bad. But we'll see. Okay, we'll see.
Are you doubting Harrison
rest
Ford?
In peace. Clarence Gilyard from Yes. Anyway, no, we're doing a rest in peace now. So all seriousness, Clarence Gilyard Jr. from Die Hard, who played Theo
Yeah,
in Top Gun.
yeah.
He played Sundown in Top Gun, passed away.
And the
66 years old.
quarterback
Yes, I
is
know he was on
toast.
Walker, Texas Ranger 2. Yeah. So, man, it's going to be especially poignant watching Die Hard this Christmas season, knowing
Yeah, for
Theo
sure. For
is
sure.
not with us anymore. No cause of death yet, but big rest in peace. He was in two of the biggest movies of the 80s, Top Gun and Die Hard, and
Yeah,
you will be missed, sir.
Sundown. Yeah, Sundown and Theo.
Yep, that's right. You want to talk about your trailer for Transformers? This is a one shot in Montreal, right?
Yep.
If I'm not mistaken, or part of it in Montreal, or
most of it was shot here in Montreal. I mean, I loved the Beast Wars show in the 90s, and I just wish they had stuck a little bit closer to the, I guess you could say, the canon. Basically, because this set of Transformers are the descendants of the original Autobots and Decepticons and so on and so forth, who end up going back in time to prehistoric times and whatnot. And they end up well, they didn't know it was Earth at the time, but the planet had a whole lot of, I guess you could say, built up energon, which was toxic for them. So they needed I guess you could say what you call local forms in order to survive in that environment. So they ended up scanning the local animals, and they ended up becoming more bioorganic versus all metal. I would have liked to have seen that part, like, make them look more like animals, kind of like, again, like the Lion King in Jungle Book, right? They did a great job of making the animals look realistic in that. Do that and then have them transform, because that would be cool. But they went the metallic way, and I mean, the animation looked fantastic and it looked interesting, but having a 50-foot cheetah is a little bit much. 100-foot gorilla, and that's not King Kong. I don't know. What do you think?
Oh no, I'm not. I'm gonna. Yeah, I don't know if I'll see it or not, but I was just curious what you thought of it.
Well, I mean, based on what I just told you, do you not think that would have looked a little bit more interesting? Would have been a little bit more.
Yeah, but I personally, I tuned out after I mean, I did like the first one, but not any many of them since. So it's made more for fans of real hard die hard hardcore fans of Transformers.
Yeah.
I never won one, never had the cartoon, but I was just curious, as you're a resident Transformer guy, so I was just curious what you thought.
I mean, it would have made the Maximals and Predacons a lot smaller, because they would have had to have been sized as the same size as the animals are. So yeah, Optimus Primal would be a silverback gorilla, but he'd be the size of a silverback gorilla. Cheetah would be the size of a cheetah, So I mean, there's little bits of that. So I'm just saying that they could have done that route, which would have been interesting.
But then again, you'll reserve total judgment until you see the actual finished product.
I'll probably enjoy it just because, hey, I'm seeing Beast Wars on the big screen, but
yeah,
what can you do?
What can you do is right, sir. But that's all the news I got. That's fit to print.
Now on to the event.
The event. Well, yeah, I didn't think it was much of a.
No, not a lot of people did.
Too much interactive stuff, and you're running around trying to do these challenges, which culminated in nothing. And
yeah, it was kind of chaotic.
They did show a glimpse of a new shotgun that we're getting. I was following a stream or two that was freeze framing the images and zooming in on it, and you couldn't see too much of the map, but we did have a good section that was snowed in, so I'm hoping as we get closer to Christmas, because I like it when the whole map gets covered. I love that season when we had whiteouts.
Yeah.
So cool, but whatever.
Well, I mean, did you? I personally saw some of like the chapter 1 POIs kind of flying by.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be an amalgam of all the islands.
Yeah, I mean it's now the big question is what's the downtime going to be? It's going to be 12 hours, it's going to be 24 hours, but who knows?
From what I hear, it's tomorrow morning.
Oh, okay. No, I've heard everything, every possible time. But I hope it's not 24.
Come on, I want to get Polar Peak and Frosty Flights and Happy Hamlet.
Well, let's just talk about the only good thing about that was the money shot of the Hulk riding a dirt bike.
Yes.
So, and then the screen goes like, well, no, give us more of that. So I guess the long rumor is true. We're getting dirt bikes finally. You can ride and do flips on.
That would be cool.
The Hulk is, I don't know, the 100 level 100 skin. Who knows? But there he was.
Yeah.
But the problem is we found out with Fortnite skins, they're all the same size. So putting a Hulk who's supposed to be 6'6", 6'7".
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's going to be the same size as the Hulk Buster skin.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Exactly. Kind of takes away from it.
It does. But I mean, you really can't throw like a skin that's 3 times the size.
No, because it'd be fish in a barrel. You could shoot anywhere. And
I mean, I'm good with a sniper. If I see something like that from across the map, I'm taking my shot and I'm probably going to hit him,
So what are we on? Like is chapter what was this for? I know it's called Fracture.
This is going to be chapter 4.
Oh yeah, chapter 4. That's right.
Season 1.
Yeah.
Hey, we didn't go 10 seasons in this chapter, so
I know. It's strange, like the old days, man. And it seemed rather quick, like between the last one, right? I mean, I guess they're meeting their quota. They've hired more people. I don't know what's going on, but they're.
Well, you know what? I think also like there's been a lot of complaints about this island, and there's been a lot of whining, shall we say?
I don't know. I miss something of every map, so I wasn't really complaining too much.
No, I think everything had its place and had its part, So I mean, for me, seeing some of the earlier POIs come back and maybe mix it in with some new ones or amalgamate a couple to make new POIs. Who knows? I think in the end, that's what it's going to be, and I'm looking forward to getting in there because it's going to be fun. This is supposed to be fun, people. It's supposed to be fun. Damn it!
Mr. Beast was in there. I didn't see him. Did you see Mr. Beast? I didn't catch him.
Mr. Beast?
Yeah, from YouTube, the guy who's the most subscribed person on YouTube. People were saying him. I didn't see him anywhere, but I
have no idea who that is.
They're saying. Oh, I'm saying he's the guy that makes $1 bajillion on YouTube. He's YouTube's most prolific content guy. He has more subscribers than anyone. He holds the record for having. He does videos. He spends millions on videos, and he gives away millions of dollars. He's that guy. But I didn't see him, and people said, "Oh, we saw The Witcher." So who knows what?
I don't care about those people, so I really don't.
Yeah, no, I don't care about Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast.
When you tell me Mr. Beast was there, I'm looking for Hank McCoy.
No, I know, but the only reason they did that because he's got like so many followers. This is like for them, it's like, well, okay, you promote me, we'll promote you. So that's obviously why he doesn't play Fortnite. I mean, he once made and bought a battle bus and brought it to Tifu, the streamer, but I don't think he plays. He just loves giving away money. Bus. Yeah, that video's up there. It's pretty cool. They decorate it and they surprise him, and Tifu's actually playing Fortnite when they pulls up. He's like, "What the fuck is that?" But yeah, they did show Geralt is in there, so there will be a Witcher skin.
Well, that'll be fun.
Doomslayer, yeah.
Is it going to be the Henry Cavill or the Liam Hemsworth?
Yeah, whoops. Okay. Yikes.
We went with version 2 because he's new.
Yeah. Uninstall.
Yeah. All right.
Well, I think it's more of a generic looking Witcher. It's
Yeah.
not it's not based on the act from the photos I'm looking at now.
Right, right. Okay.
I don't
Sorry
know- I
for
don't
all
know
the
who-
coughing, people. I'm trying to
Yeah,
get
yeah.
rid of a little bit of a chest cold here.
Oh, you got sick?
Oh, yeah. Long story short, tooth infection, got antibiotics. Turned out I had a sinus infection as well.
Oh,
So I've had like all of my sinuses going crazy and kind of made its way to my chest. So I'm just been coughing like crazy. So,
okay.
this morning, woke up sounding like Barry White.
Okay,
That
good.
nice deep voice, like when you're sick and you get that nice raspy voice that everybody thinks is cool. But hey, I digress.
Right, sir. That's all I got.
That's all you got. Okay, gang. Getting close to the end of the year. You guys take care of yourselves. We'll be back next week. This is Ben, Butcher Bay Rejects. I'm Mark.
Greg, see you next week, nerds.
Take it easy. Have a good one. Bye.
You can find us on all our social media. You can search Butcher Bay Rejects on YouTube, at Bay Rejects on Twitter, at Butcher Bay Rejects on Facebook, as well as at Butcher Bay Rejects on TikTok. You can also find us on our website, butcherbayrejects.com. And you can find us on all the podcast platforms: Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, Alexa TuneIn, iHeartRadio, and Pandora. Thank you for listening, and tune in again.